Injuries since, which have affected his career. European silver medalist just 3 years ago, and now he lines up in this huge field of 36 men in the 3A's Championships, 5,000 meters. The Indian Prasad, I noticed there in the moment, he was in the middle there, he was second in the 1991 Championships. Paul Evans, who will be running in Stuttgart in the marathon. John Brown, the Sheffield runner, who's very, very excellent form behind him already this season. John Nuttall, number 31 there. Huge field, Steve. Number 1 there, Andy Bristow on the right of the picture. And I would think the cavalry charge at the start here to try and sort out positions is going to be one of the most dramatic sights of the weekend. Number 43 there, Paul Taylor, former European junior champion.
It's almost like an A and B race already. They've lined up in rank and file, one behind one another. Almost the B runners almost behind the A runners. It's that many people in the field, they can't get them all on the front line. But I think we're going to see a bit of a scramble, I think, for the first lap or so before they start sorting themselves out. Let's hope that no one goes down. That's the most important thing.
Officials having a problem sorting things here, not surprisingly. .12 and a half laps of the track, and let's hope there are no fallers here in this huge pack of runners as they sort themselves out early on. I think that's Shadrach Hoff who's gone to the front there, the South African. And I saw quite a bit of him earlier in the year in the Northumberland Castles Challenge. Very talented athlete. In fact, it's his teammate Enoch Skosana. Just checking for Shadrach Hoff's number. I'll do that in a moment, but he's certainly one who could liven up this race. So, but the situation in terms of qualification here is that we have 6 men this year with a qualifying time of 13 minutes and 27 seconds. Rob Denmark, who's choosing to run the 1,500 meters this weekend. John Brown, who, to the surprise of some, is in the race here. Jack Butner, former European champion. Ian Hamer, John Mayock and John Nuttall. Some of those achieved that time last summer.
66 seconds.
You see there that the pace isn't that fast, which is quite surprising. I'd have thought that in a field like this, someone's nerve might have gone and they might think that they're going to get the qualifying time as well as winning the race. But they're spread out even so, and right across into lanes 2 and 3. Look at them as they come around the bend, even out into lane 4 there, I think on the top bend. So if they're not careful, 1 or 2 of these athletes might suddenly come down. It's a bit of a mess there, look at it.
Teenager Skosana from South Africa still leads from John Brown, wearing number 3. Peter Tootle, 44, the Lancastrian athlete, in about 3rd place. And on the blue vest, I think he is, John Nuttall, wearing number 31. Yes, all in blue, in 4th. And then Gary Staines just behind him. 22 is Kiprono, the Kenyan, former winner of the Gateshead cross-country race. And the other man I mentioned, the other South African, Shadrach Hoff, is wearing number 18. Keep your eyes open for him later. He's in about, well, about 12th place.
So 2 laps completed, about 2 minutes 16 at 800 metres, and while it...
Leaders, about 7.5 laps remaining. The leader now, number 34, Andrew Pearson. 66 seconds for that preceding lap. Pearson leads from John Brown, United Kingdom champion, who inflicted defeat upon Steve Cram, who we would have expected to be running here this weekend, and I'm sure would have been in this particular race had it not been for his fine performance in Oslo last week in the mile, which prompted him to change his plans and run it instead in the 1,500 metres, and you can see the heats of those coming up later here on Channel 4. The South Africans, as expected, livening things up there, and Kiprono of Kenya has also pulled his teammate along with him now, Kogo, and they share the first 2 positions from Brown, with Nuttall in 3rd place, and then Bristow is at 4th as Staines moves through, in fact, in the colours of Belgrade.
It's Paul Evans, number 12, coming through there in the Belgrade strip. I wondered how long it would take the Kenyans to get to the front. There, you just saw the lap time there increase by 2 seconds. The pace was about 65 seconds, which is about 13:30 outside the qualifying time, and the Kenyans don't usually like running that slowly. So they've just now moved through the third and they're starting to pick up the rhythm.
Certainly not amongst the better-known Kenyans, of course, Anthony Kiprono and Hasia Kogo, but Kenyans always to be respected. 23 Kogo, 22 Kiprono. Number 40 there is Gary Staines, 12 is Paul Evans. 6 laps to go.
Well, we've still got a little way to go, I think, in this 5,000 metres. Gary.
As they come around the bend again, there are 3 laps remaining in the men's 5,000 metres, and a group of 7 now have a very distinctive lead over the rest of the field. Paul Evans leading at the moment, wearing number 12. They've got Billy D, the little Luton athlete, has joined them as well. Staines in second place. Brown is third. There's D wearing number 8. Then Kogo of Kenya. And still in with them is Andy Bristow, number 1, just at the back. And he and Kogo beginning to lose touch now with what has slimmed down, by the looks of things, to 5.
Well, I think Evans is doing a Trojan job of work out front. You can see it's slightly windy down the track side. Gary Staines behind him, hasn't got the qualifying time this year, so he's quite happy to let Paul Evans go out there and work hard. And they're getting close to the qualifying time rhythm at the moment. Just behind them, I think, looking ominously casual at the moment, is John Brown. He's obviously our top man, or one of our top men, I should say, with 13.19 this year. And look at him, there he is, number 3 in Sheffield Vest. He looks very, very smooth indeed.
To get the qualifying time today, which is 30 minutes 27, they'd have to run the last kilometre in 2:31, Steve, and I think that's a little too quick, isn't it?
I think it looks like they've dropped the pace significantly then over those last couple of laps. And it's a bit of a shame because some of these lads, even if they got the first place, someone like Gary Staines manages to sneak first place, he's then got to go looking for a qualifying time. It might be quite difficult to do that.
Under 2 laps to go, the leader is Paul Evans, who won the 3A's 10,000 metres championship earlier in the summer, and in fact will be running in the Stuttgart World Championships in the marathon. He leads. Gary Staines, who really has got something to run for here, in second place. John Brown is third. It's quite likely, I would think, that he'll make it. Almost certainly he'll make it along with Rob Denmark anyway, and he does have the qualifying time. And then the 2 on their tail, John Nuttall and Billy D. Then Kogo and Bristow certainly have lost touch now with the leaders, who will have only a lap to go next time round.
Well, a fascinating battle building up here, because John Brown here, number 3, who looks good at the moment, and equally looking quite comfortably as Nuttall in the blue, checking around him all the way there. He's very fast indeed. And I think he's having a look to see what's going on. And Gary Staines thinks, well, there's only a lap to go. What the hell, I'm going to give it everything as well. So it's a bit of a burn-up on this last lap from all these boys.
Evans, remember, has his championship place assured. Quite possibly John Brown in the yellow vest in second place does as well. Nuttall and Staines, well, they've got all to run for here. And Billy D now just losing touch with them. So it looks like any one of 4 for those first 3 places. Evans leads. Brown second. Here comes Gary Staines, halfway down the back straight, being followed immediately by the former European junior bronze medalist, John Nuttall. Brown forces his way into the lead. Staines in second. Nuttall is third. After 12 laps, it's all going to happen here over the final 100 metres or so. Brown leads, Staines second, Nuttall third. And it's Brown getting away from a fast-finishing Gary Staines, and Nuttall behind him, and that's the way they've finished. Brown the winner in 13:35, Staines second, Nuttall third, Evans fourth. Kogo overtook Billy D to finish in 5th, Billy D 6th, Andy Bristow 7th. Well, not much doubt now that John Brown will join Rob Denmark in the selectors' penciled-in team for this event. Who goes in the 3rd place is the question, I guess.